Man, tell me why I was just about to talk about podcasts, right? And talk about the fact that they are useless. And my mic broke. Out of nowhere, I'm so dead ass. My mic freaking broke.
Bro, gotta be kidding me. But just when I was just about to start a video too, you break?
And I'm now transitioning into my actual mic. I just don't like the thought of having something just holding it in my hands every single time. But I don't know. I feel like that was kind of like a lesson that if you want to talk about podcasters or some podcasts, you gonna look like one, as you can see. But now I want to talk about the fact that, bro, can we make podcast equipment like expensive now or something? Like at least before you can get podcast equipment, right? You gotta pay some money, like at least like $2 to $3 million, and you have to be in a union or something. Because the amount of podcasts I see a lot these days are like the most mediocre stuff I've ever seen in my life. Nah, I'm not. This is not to shame podcasters or anything. I tried to do a podcast this one time, and not gonna lie, I hated it. And I felt like if we kept saying it or if we kept using that podcast, we're probably gonna go to jail. Me and the person that was in the podcast, we probably gonna go to jail. Because if we had kept talking about some certain stuff, whole group chat going to jail, buddy. But why am I? But nah, it's just more of the fact that sometimes podcast gives leeway to talk about certain topics that don't need to be talked about at all. Or some shit that, bro, just keep it in the group chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep it specifically in the group chat. Don't bring it to a whole, for the whole internet to see. Because then you look stupid, bro. Because then you're talking about certain stuff that probably does not align with some other people. And, we have to watch it. And then now you're going to be booked up for something that you're going to be seen as somebody that's, crazy. Then in reality, that's just something you talk about with your boys. But if you bring it to the table or outside, you look dumb. Take, for example, shits and giggles, alright? It's all fun and games until you shit and giggle. You get that? Okay. Never mind. Never mind. What the fuck am I? Anyways, yeah, so they are on the cancellation list right now. And it's kind of bad because it's not like they joined Andrew Schultz, and the joke itself was like kind of like out of nowhere.
You guys don't know about the black girlfriend effect. She just
wait.
she
What is the black girlfriend effect?
This you don't know about this.
Glow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend. All of a sudden, he's got buzz cut, like clean shape up.
Glows up, bro.
I like that. I like that. They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the fucking time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends, they
grow a beard
because
there's more cushion when they get slapped the fuck out of. That's hilarious. I think the black girlfriend effect. It might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think?
Protective.
Yeah. Do you guys have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah.
Oh really?
We love them all.
Yeah.
That means white.
Yo, who gets
that means white.
Hey, let me do the US translation.
Kendrick fans, get him!
We love them all.
That's
Why are black women always a problem to some people? But it's not even that. It's just the fact that it just came out of left field, like talking about some black woman be beating on men. What? Like, I'm pretty sure it's just a certain number of people that do that. It doesn't include it's not only just black women. It's a lot of people. But, they laughed at that joke. And the thing is, it like they should have said something in the moment, but it didn't say anything. And it's like, bro, it's too late now. Y'all laughed at it. But the thing is, with their own podcast, Shits and Giggles, they also talk about certain stuff like that. Okay? And everybody knows them for that. They know them as being toxic. But when you go to another podcast and you let some shit like that slide, people look at you differently. Cause it's like, okay, we get it, right? You do that on your podcast, but the fact that you let somebody else say that, it's a little crazy. It's like me talking shit about my homeboys, right? Talking shit about my homeboys because they're my friends. I know them. Like, we cool. But then somebody else gonna say some shit about them, and I'm like, oh yeah, hey man, you funny as hell, man. You funny as hell. That's crazy. Okay.
I'm not being a victim. I'm saying the jokes you're doing it's not like
it's not PC.
That's not cool. These guys are awesome. Yeah, they're having fun. Yeah, for you guys to sit here and be like, oh.
When Shane Gillis was on the Andrew Schultz Flagrant podcast, Andrew and his group of yes men actually came up with a couple of bits to make fun of Shane while he was on the show. One of the bits they were most excited about was to pull up these TikToks of people with Down syndrome dancing and having fun. And the whole point of the bit was saying that Shane looks like these people with Down syndrome. And Shane was not having it at all.
I bring it up and mock them. That's up, dude. That's a dude. By using them as...
It was very clear that with Shane's reaction, the crew had just about no idea how to handle this. And so what did they do? They all just started awkward laughing and then got quiet, waiting for Daddy Andrew to change the energy in the room.
By using them as an insult. Using? Yeah. We're using you. So you're insulting them by saying I look like them? Or you're insulting me by saying I look like them?
Whether or not Andrew and friends were trying to compare Shane to people with Down syndrome, or compare people with Down syndrome to Shane, the whole problem with this is that they're using people with Down syndrome as the butt of the joke. Now, even knowing this whole conversation happened kind of a while ago, this conversation is still leaving fans kind of split at the seams, with many people being very confused, being that Shane does use Down syndrome type jokes in his work. But there's a difference. Now, even knowing Shane does include Down syndrome in some of his bits and acts, the way he does it is much different, involving them, almost giving them an uplifting light at the end of it. Well, Andrew is using this bit to paint a mockery of the illness.
Saying I look like them.
This is you back in your victim thing.
No, I'm not being a victim.
When Andrew can't find a way to spin this around to make him look good, he just fully dives in, labeling Shane as a victim for standing up for these types of people.
I'm saying the jokes you're doing it's not like...
It's not PC?
That's not cool.
You think Shane has a very good point here, and Andrew and friends need to change their perspective on these types of matters. Or do you think Shane sounds like a complete hypocrite here, being that you shouldn't reference things like Down syndrome in their work at all, even with Shane painting it in a different light, it's still not okay.
You should have defended them in that moment, but, they were like... And then they released an apology video. I feel like apology videos do not need to be released. Just move on. Or just apologize. And I don't know. Because when you apologize, it gives some people the right to want to make you apologize every time you do something random. It doesn't have to matter. Because people have this sort of like a moral high ground where they feel like they're morally superior to you. So they try to make you apologize for every single thing you do. It doesn't matter what it is. If you do something that they don't like, oh man, you better apologize. And it's like, no. But it's like moments like those where it's like, bro, you don't need to you don't need to like go on every podcast. And if you do, know what the fuck you're gonna say. Don't just say some random dumb shit because you look stupid. And you 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get canceled. Okay?
First off, let me make the record clear that I love women. Beautiful women, all shapes, sizes, colors, black, white, yellow, green.
All sizes.
I love thick women,
all
skinny
sizes.
women. I love beautiful.
Miles.
Yes. I love beautiful big women. I love super dark women. I love white women with freckles and orange hair.
No. Why do you have to say that?
I love
You
Asian.
really want to be a hero today.
Is this in order, or what are you ranking them? What's going on?
No. I'm telling you that I
You
love.
ready? Here it is. What about trans women? You open this door. You open this door.
I respect all trans women.
Especially in this generation, everybody canceling everybody. So, it just depends on how you move about it, okay? But enough about them. Now we're getting to some real shit, okay? The real topic, all right? Hot tour. Hey, bro. Hey, I can't lie. That podcast is the worst podcast I've seen. Like, I know there's some shitty podcasts out there, but this is next level ass. All right? This is next level ass. And what's crazy is I don't blame her for doing it. I honestly don't. It's the freaking incels who gave her like this clout, and also like the people that gave her this clout to wanna, to be famous off just saying Hawk Tour. I said that right? Haktua. God damn. Really spit on that thing for real, for real. Anyways, I blame them for giving her the platform, because, bruh, this is not 2018 or not even 2018, 2016 or 2015 where everybody just go famous off one phrase. Like, y'all remember the damn Daniel over here with the white Converse, with the white Vans? This is not that, okay? But then again, this generation or like this now with the internet, it feels like you can do anything to get famous. Anybody can get famous at any point. So I don't blame her for doing it, but I blame the people that actually let her get to that point, because she was having brand deals and stuff. I was scrolling on Facebook. I feel like an old man saying that dumb shit. Facebook. But I use Facebook, okay? We'll have a different topic about that. But I was scrolling on Facebook, and all I see is some merch about Hawk Tour. Merch? Hawk Tour. Oh, Hawk Tour. Spit on that thing. I was like, bro, are y'all kidding me right now? Y'all making her famous for saying that? For just saying that? For saying the sexual, phrase? Like, yeah, it's cool, but y'all were dragging it to the point where shorty quit her job. Oh my God. How do you even quit your job off just one part of internet fame? But I guess that's what she wants to do, and hey, all power to her, you feel me? But she quit her job, she did all that, left for, where did she even go? I can't remember. Honestly, I don't pay attention to that shit. But she quit her job and all that to start a podcast. She said, and they asked her, like, what we gonna talk about in the podcast? Like, I don't know, just random stuff, random stuff. Okay, cool. I click on one part of the podcast. In fact, I went to the TikTok account because I'm not watching the whole thing. I watched parts of it. All I see every single time, Hawk Tour.
I can't do it as good as do it. You do it. Hawk Tour.
You gotta put like an emphasis on it, like tuh. Like tuh. Yeah. Say it. All right, all together.
Hawk Tour.
Hawk tuh.
Hawk Tour.
Say it aggressive, like
Hawk
really.
Tour.
That respect.
Can we let it go? My nigga, let it go! Let it go! Bro, like, let it go. Just do something else. Have regular something informative, I feel like some podcasts out there are just like brain rot and just meaningless dumb stuff sometimes. You need, like, a podcast should be something that's entertaining and should be something that's actually, like, you actually learn something from. Not just learn something from, but it just helps. Not people saying, oh, Hawk Tour, spit on that Hawk Tour, or talk about some shirt coochie or whatever. I'll show you the video.
So a shirt tussie is when you have a fat cooter and your cooter decides to take a bite out of your shirt. That's exactly what a shirt tussie is. And don't act like you haven't ever had one. Or
I've
a moose
never
knuckle.
seen that before. Actually, I've never. You're the first shirt
Well, hell,
tussie.
it's better than a camel toe.
It's basically the same thing. I think it's worse. I don't know. I'd rather have a camel toe than a shirt tussie. Because at least like you're wearing the pants, and it's not your shirt.
I hate to say it, but those lips look too little to be mine. I hate to say it. I was like, there ain't no way. There's no way in hell that's mom. What's that girl off Mean Girls say? Just because I have a wide set vagina.
Oh my god, you remember she used to keep saying what I lack in the back of packing the cat? Uh-huh. Wait, what'd she say? What I lack in the back of packing the cat. She didn't even know what that means. I was like, Haley, that literally means you have a fat cooter. She's like, no, I don't.
Big Martha, which I know about it.
Oh, is that what you call her? Yeah.
Yeah, her name is Big Martha, actually.
Alright, but like, I don't blame podcasters, okay? You can have a podcast, but talk about something that's meaningful. Talk about something that's actually productive, not random stuff, And talk about something, maybe like just make it entertaining for some people. And a lot of people are making jokes about it, how they're saying like, oh, it's the best podcast in the world, it's second to none. I was like, okay, y'all are trolling. And it's funny. I won't stop you from watching the podcast. You can watch the podcast if you want to. That's not my problem. You can watch that. And enjoy it. That's not my prerogative, or that's not something I indulge in, and something I would watch. But if that's what you want to watch it. But nobody should come out here and start crying, talking about her podcast is bad, or she does this, man. In reality, the reason why she was able to do it is because people gave her the leeway. People made her do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had agents and stuff. How do you get managers and agents from St. Hoctor? I digress. Okay, that's what made her start that, and I don't blame her. All right, Shorty gonna get her bag. Everybody gonna get their bag, so that's cool. Yeah. So now I feel like a podcaster. So I'm gonna release a podcast. All right, y'all stay tuned. Okay, I'm gonna talk about my ass hairs and yeah. Trust me, you like it. What is wrong with me? Anyways, but yeah, there was also like a podcast I saw where they would talk about some H2O isn't good for you. H2O isn't good. Water isn't good for you. Something. I was like, okay, now this is a little crazy. All right, it's a little crazy. What do you mean H2O isn't good for you? What do you mean by that? Because now, I mean, maybe in the parts of the podcast they probably said H2O, too much of it is bad. That's why I agree with. But you saying H2O is bad in general, water is bad, you're tripping, nigga. You're tripping, alright? H2O is the best thing you can ever drink to your body and you can ever take in. Just don't drink too much because, of course, you are going to get dehydrated. Something that's actually supposed to hydrate you is going to dehydrate you because you're drinking too much of it. You can drink either a gallon a day or even less than a gallon. It doesn't have to be a full gallon. Let me see. I drink a gallon a day. So, yeah. But, as you can see, I got oil on my face, but still. Yeah, drink like a gallon of oil a day. Drink a gallon of water a day. This is not Diddy, okay? Anyways, yeah, I saw that. I was like, bro, can we take away podcast equipment? There was another one where this guy said, oh, to stop school, pew pew, have pew pews in the school.
Some people have suggested giving guns to teachers to prevent school shootings. What do you think about giving guns to the children instead so they can protect themselves?
I think that's the natural next step. I feel like mandatory guns in schools, right? Mandatory guns at every water fountain, mandatory guns at every fire alarm, and then mandatory guns at every gun.
Like, give it to teachers, put some in the water fountains and everything. These boys had to start a problem. Are you telling me this? You're literally giving it. You're making it easy. Where do you think the school shooters come from? Where do you think they come from? Oh, they just random. Some of them just randomly show up, but some of them are actually going to that school. So if you put that in the school, they're gonna be like, "Oh, nah, I'm chilling. I just gotta go here and grab that." Man, shit. Might as well. Like, sometimes, bro, podcast equipment should not be cheap for you to be saying some outlandish shit like that. Like, my brother, no. that is crazy. That is crazy to think about. You just giving it to him and just say, oh yeah, fuck it, right? Hey man, might as well. Nah. No. Podcast equipment gotta be expensive to a point where, like, not everybody can just start one. Okay, hell, I tried to start one and I couldn't because it's so stupid to have a podcast where you're talking about meaningless stuff. Talk about something that's exciting. Talk about something that's happening in the world, or just talk about something that's entertaining. Okay, not some random shit just to garner views or like clip farm or something. Talk about something that's actually meaningful. But if you like watching podcasts like that, cool. That's fine with you, If you like watching it, that's not why I like to do. I'm just here to talk for about my experiences with podcasts. But if that's not what you want to do, or that's what you want to do, watch podcasts, hey man, you're free to do what you want to do. You feel me? Enjoy the podcast and enjoy the hawk tours and stuff. You're good, okay? But yeah, it just doesn't make any sense for a podcast to be out there like that. Anybody can make a podcast and just talk about random stuff. So yeah, I leave you with that. I'm done yapping for the day. I have to go on a run, and I don't know if I'm about to be using this mic every single time. I'm telling you, man, bringing out that podcast soon. It's coming out. But you know, that's all I can say for real. I don't like to edit my videos at this point. I got too much going on in my life, so I'll just leave everything in there. Or there'll be some point I will edit. I don't know. I'm just lazy. So yeah, but yeah, man. I'll talk to you later. Okay. All right. See ya. Peace.